can't get awful lonesome on the range. In hard times, strangers can seem strange. When a noose appears and there ain't no hope, whip out your pistol and shoot a rope. Shooting roads, shooting roads, shooting roads.
Thank you, David O'Doherty. Can you explain yourself?
I am trying to appear more modern to you, the youth.
Yeah.
So, because I was going to be a tiny bit late, a good way to get around that is to send a location of where you are. So my huge head is just moving towards you, so you're not panicking. But I'd put the wrong address in. And so what instead he saw was my massive head just moving in completely the wrong direction and ignoring emails or texts he was sending me to be like, turn around.
Your head's going the other way.
Yeah, I was heading towards Sydney. I could have been walking for like 3 weeks just obeying the technology.
His dot was going in the wrong direction along the street, and I was like, maybe he's stopping for like emergency supplies or
like
something.
The way sometimes if you get an Uber, the guy's clearly stopped for a piss or whatever. You were thinking, nah, he's just gone the other direction completely for 10 minutes.
I love an Uber when they like power slide across the map. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And they go, yeah. Or when they just they appear in the water, and you're like, are you okay? Are you okay? You're in the water.
Yeah. Moonraker, Aston Martin DB5 over here, man. Guys become amphibious.
Speaking of going to Sydney, a man from New South Wales was mean to me on a Facebook thing today.
What?
And yeah, he was cruel.
What did they say about you?
It just said, as funny as a shite in a bathtub. And I was like, well, how would you know? I've never been to New South Wales. And then I started Googling, well, how can I get to New South Wales from here so I can send him a picture to show I'm well and to get public transport to New South Wales? And then I thought, you know what? It's not worth it.
Well, you were going there soon, weren't you?
I'm going to Sydney. Is that New South Wales?
Yeah, that's New South Wales.
Oh, well, whatever you need. I'm coming for you.
I'd imagine your promoter has bought some adverts on social media, and your clips are being sent out to unwilling participants in the spectacle.
Well, you know what? I'll endeavour and do my best to get him there so I can turn him round.
Someone left a comment after some clip that was of me, just said, Britain's unfunniest comedian. And I felt my Irish nationalism.
As an Irishman, yeah.
But all I could think to correct you was Ireland's unfunniest comedian. Right.
That's brutal.
But that feels like a good thing, yeah. Like if they're saying you're Britain's unfunniest comedian, you're like, but that's what I want. I want to be Ireland's funniest comedian. I don't want anything to do with Britishness.
You live in Dublin, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And but I spend a fair bit of time over there. It's a healthy joshing that I have towards it. That, everyone understands in Ireland from generations of going over there for work. So it's not like going to London to do a gig, you sell out. But you are able to get a laugh by going, I had to go to London yesterday.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it's fine.
Yeah. How many Melbournes have you done?
I came here first in 2003.
Right.
When, I was the youngest. Like I was like 25 or something.
Shit.
And I did a compilation show with Jason Byrne and Tommy Tiernan.
Oh.
In a 1,000-seater, and one night there was 30 people at it.
Ooh.
And Tommy at one point was pursuing a very experimental vibe. Yeah. And he bought an alto sax and with no lessons brought it on stage. I tried to play it. It was very much Richie Tenenbaum losing it kind of vibes to
Richie
that gig.
Tenenbaum taking his shoes off on the court when his sister marries Bill Murray.
Which... I don't know if it's based on that, but there's Jim Courier, when he retired from pro tennis, he had to play in 2 tournaments after he'd retired. And there's a photograph of him reading a novel at a change of ends. Like he lost Six Love,
Great.
and it's him. Yeah, just obeying the contract.
Oh my god.
The note of the type of saxophone reminds me of when I was once at a music gig in Dundee, and there was a ska cover band, and they were saying any ska song, shout it out, we'll play it. And I was like, Night Boat to Cairo. The only person that shouted one out, and they had to look at each other and go, we don't have the right saxophone for it. So, any other songs? And I felt so bad for them because they lost everyone at that point.
You deflated the ska vibe.
Yeah, I said, work round it.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is a jazz musician and 87 still gigging, and has a lifetime of people coming up to the bandstand and requesting songs and getting the name slightly wrong. The one that I always think of is this guy comes up and says, play You Are the One. And Dad's like, I don't know, You Are the One. And turns to the band and goes, does anyone know You Are the One? And the guy's like, how do you not know You Are the One? And like Dad's, they're so high level. He's like, could you sing a bit of it and we'll play it? Yeah. And the guy goes, night and day, you are the one. And Dad's like, that's night and day. That's what that's called.
Yes. Awesome. I've been trying to get into jazz.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm just looking at my life and going, do you know what? I'm entering my 30s. I'm a wee bit into my 30s. And I would like to have interests that are age suitable as I get older.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be into Pokemon cards forever.
Yeah.
You can't be a 60-year-old.
This is so great to hear as someone who is friends with you.
And
like finally, this man is stopping his bullshit.
What era are you leading into, first of all?
Stan Getz.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-Bossa Nova as well.
Place to stars.
Yeah. Getz Plays. Stan Getz Plays is the one where he's got the baby on the cover.
Yeah,
I
wild.
got that from a second. Yeah, not quite outre.
No, it's a very good place to start. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He would be like, my dad would regard him as a sort of pinnacle of, because he played so melodically. Mm-hmm. He would, like, some of the time he's not really soloing. He's just like making up a new song that sounds a bit like the old song. I know that is kind of jazz, but he could just do that infinitely. And like, there's a recording of him playing a song called Smile, where I think there's 3 recordings of it, and all of his solos are entirely different, completely different. Yeah.
You guys would love my hotel because we share the same gym floor as the Jazz Hotel next door.
Oh, the Jazz Hotel.
I'm next to the Jazz Hotel.
Where the cats stay when they're not blowing?
Yes.
No way.
It's across from the park, you know. Me and the jazz guys are in the gym all the time, just clanging and banging and rim shotting.
They must play in weird time signatures with their reps.
Yeah. They do, yeah. It's terrible. You don't know whether they're finishing a set or not. You're like, get off the machine.
He's just soloing out this going,
no, I'm doing a 12/8. I'm doing a 12/8 time signature on this cable machine. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's a fascinating life being the son of a jazz musician. Because this, and I say this, dressed in a fleece in your apartment making a podcast is more legit in every way than being a jazz musician. Now,
what do you mean?
I like, in terms of, I think, approaching a father-in-law, is it more impressive to say you're a jazz musician or a stand-up comedian? I'd say stand-up comedian probably.
I don't know. I think they're as bad as each other.
His involves a higher level of skill, but it is wild that my dad's still doing door split gigs above pubs at the age of 87, but just because he fucking loves it so much.
Well, my dad used to be an electrician, and now he makes porcelain heads of Staffordshire Bull Terriers. So there you go. Yeah. That was that. Wow. When he retired, he started buying like kilns and stuff off the internet.
Wow.
And he was like, I can fix these things. I know I can figure out what's wrong with them. He was fixing them, and he had loads of them, and he was like selling some. He was like, I could use this. I could just give it a shot. And he started making like clay models and stuff. And he's into dogs. The dogs.
His mum and dad breed staffies.
Well, that sounds worse than it. They've had some staffies, but they take them to
They bred
crofts
them.
and stuff.
Aye, if you're taking them,
Yeah.
But no, breeding them seems like a horrible thing.
I'm not saying that your mum and dad are puppy factory manufacturers.
Yeah, no. It always feels like, ugh. I'm like, no. Although that boy dog, he's getting studied out pretty hard. People are coming from Holland to
He
get their
loves
dog
it.
to.
Well, you're not
fuck
making
my
it sound
dog.
good now.
Well,
I
no,
think I'm prepared the way I was
no,
putting it.
they are. People are coming from all over the world going, "Can your dog?" And my dad's like, "Okay, well, we've got a back garden."
Yeah.
And
That's
so
what
if
you want.
if two of the dogs have a fight and one loses their head, your dad can make
Yeah,
a
can make a new-
ceramic head
Yes.
for it. I
Yes.
think that's nice.
Or even if they lose a bit, when someone get a plate over their head,
Yeah.
he could recast like a half
Yeah, what's
porcelain
the
head.
soft part of the baby head? You know the two bones that go
Yeah.
into each other
Yeah.
on the
Those
top?
bits you
There's
can
this
push
bit
in.
here.
Yeah, that bit.
What's it called? The Fontanelle,
Yes.
which sounds like a lovely
Oh.
restaurant, doesn't it?
Yeah, or a shopping centre in Northern Ireland. Yeah,
One of the two.
yeah. And
heard of that.
he,
The Fontanelle, huh?
yeah, he could make you a little
Yeah, he could make a little
ceramic
cap.
crown.
Yeah.
Ceramic
he
fontanelle.
he does a lot of stuff. The dog people they love it.
Mhm.
They'll make when dogs mate, they make like a kind of movie poster for the two dogs, and they post it on the internet. It's insane.
I've
It's
seen
a
your mum
coming
and
soon
dad's
attraction.
posters. Yeah,
Yeah.
Your mum and dad's dog fuck posters.
My neighbours had I can't remember. It was Griffon. That's a sort of dog, I think.
Yeah.
Not
It's
a
a type of mythological beast.
No,
Well, they had
it's all-
griffins. They had beak-headed horses.
Griffon, I
Right.
think, is the dog.
Yeah,
It sort of has like a First World War moustache. It's a
Right.
terrier with a tash, and they're rare, and theirs was just a happy pet, but was also somehow a pedigree one. So the lady was sent over to meet Rufus, and they did nothing for like 3 days,
Really?
Oh.
just sizing each other up, and then
That's romance.
they were building up a vibe,
Yeah.
though, and when the time came, she reversed. He seemed like he had to be slightly coerced into it, or at least shown what to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, in fairness, they've no forums to go to.
Yeah.
They just have to go entirely on instinct.
Yeah.
And she reversed it up and basically convinced him to do the thing. And then this wild thing happened, though, where he got in there,
Yeah.
and then there's a moment where he basically, like a statue, like one of your father's ceramic
Yeah, it became-
staffies, just
Yeah.
goes completely frozen for a second, which I think allows the mythical fluids
Right.
to go up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
part of it involves, yeah, yeah.
Not to do my impression of a dog coming, but for the audio listener, it was like that.
Presumably, you've never come before.
Never.
The dog.
Oh, okay.
And so, and has never done this. Like, imagine if someone got you to do a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and then there was a physical reaction to it that also you hadn't imagined coming. It
Yeah,
would be,
yeah.
it'd be like if someone took you to Center Parks
Yeah.
and gave you heroin. You know what I mean? It'd be a combination of. Is that a it's a bit like that?
That
Wow.
checks out. Yeah.
I would love that. I get going on pedalo and I get to experience the greatest feeling on earth. It's so good I'll be sick.
taking crystal meth on a climbing wall. You know what I mean? In Center Parks.
I tell you, I'm not a fan of the Centre Parks queues on that road across the top of England.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm just trying to drive along the other side and go down, and all these people are stopping to turn right or left. It's a nightmare. It's happened twice in my life, and I go, these fucking people.
So
Yeah.
is there's one Center Parks in England then?
Nah, it's
No,
like
there's
a
like a
dozen.
few, but there's one up the kind of north of England.
Yeah.
And if you go around that, if you go past that at the wrong time, well,
Yeah.
hell mend you.
Right, yeah.
It's a 2-lane road, and a lot of these dweebs are turning right for their lovely weekend. But I want to get to Newcastle or something.
Hell yeah,
you know?
man. We all want to get to Newcastle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to go to Newcastle, New South Wales, so I can find this guy, fucking smash his head off
Here's
the floor.
here's the main revelation of so the other day, I'm in Australia. We're in Australia.
We're in Australia for the benefit of the listener.
And I been happy enough with my show, the way it's going. And then my friend Nina took me and my girlfriend was visiting, and we went to Healesville Animal Sanctuary.
Yes. Been there.
Oh, so good.
And we saw the bird show.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah.
And
Were you there?
I was at the bird show, yeah.
She was there.
so here's how I feel about it. There's a quote about, is his name Verrocchio? He was Leonardo da Vinci's last teacher.
Right.
And when he saw Leonardo's work, he never touched colors again.
Yeah.
And so in the, for the listeners, in the bird show in Hillsville Animal Sanctuary,
Yeah.
like, so at one point it's like, Australia is home to 3 of the world's largest raptors. Have a look above your heads. One's flying over us.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it swooped
They
over
swoop, and they
the
go low.
audience. At one point, I think the point where I was like, my show is bullshit, was when like the guy threw a rock up. It was like, only 3 animals on Earth use tools. One of them is Billy the eagle, and he just throws it up, and an eagle catches the rock, flies down, and throws it at a 3D printed ceramic fake ostrich egg.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not gigging tonight.
That was a highlight of my day when I saw that as well.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Your dead ceramic dogs would have been in trouble when that when that fucking eagle's swooping.
But
You're not telling a lie there.
But it takes one more turn, which is, I was talking to a friend of mine who works in zoos generally, and I was saying I'd seen this thing, and as a result, I didn't really feel like, from an entertainment point of view, feel what I was doing was sufficient.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I said what I'd said, which was, there's a swooping giant owl over our heads, and my friend basically was like, hack.
Really?
Like, this is just...
Oh, that's been done.
That's every bird show bullshit.
That's Route 1.
So, yeah, I felt like, you know, when people go to their first comedy gig ever, and are like, you will not believe it. The comedian asked people in the audience what they did for a living. So I now feel there's layers to, you know.
It's the great thing about going into a new field, is experiencing those hackneyed tropes for the first time and being like, the bird was like here. No, seriously, it didn't touch me, but it like came really close. And then if you're like a bird freak, you're like, fucking shut up, man. Did it land on you?
So Alien,
did it put your glasses back on your face that you'd lost a week
ago? Did you get
ago?
an example of what like pushing the bird medium would be?
Well, so Aileen was like, tell me it didn't end with the bird flying over, opening a Velcro sign that dropped down and said, bird show is over, or whatever.
Bird show is over.
So, yeah, what we need to do now is combine your newfound love of jazz with the bird show and just have like the weirdest... Like, what's if John Coltrane ran a bird show?
Yeah.
Like 36,000 blackbirds just sweep down and shit all over the audience or something. People are like, I don't really know how I
What's
felt an
the Ornette
alienation.
Coleman? What's the shape of birds to come? Do you know what I mean? Like,
loads of dead geese are dropped from a helicopter.
You're like, yeah, it's the birds that you don't see that... the real that's really jazz.
Oh no, I think I talked about that when Ed was on, about the swan or the goose at my nursery that killed itself accidentally, didn't it?
Oh, and it was up in the flagpole.
Yeah, in the flagpole. Yeah, really sad time.
Yeah, I guess that's an avant-garde bird show.
Yeah, it was. It was some
a goose committing suicide on a flagpole.
It's made me the man I am today, apparently.
It's a statement on nationalism and kind of the dangers of populism and things like that. It is interesting. I mean, like, because I just want to get into more stuff, I suppose. So I'm trying to get into jazz, and then I was at that bird park, and I've been going to zoos.
Is that your other thing you're trying to get into? Birds shows?
Yeah, birds.
You're trying to get into birds?
Trying to get into birds. And I've seen a lot of great birds here.
Yeah.
But I went to a theme park the other day. You couldn't make it.
Sorry.
That's okay. We went to a theme park for my birthday, and I was in this theme park. And when I was in that first roller coaster, I was like, I might become a theme park
Were you thinking of Fabio?
I wasn't thinking of when Fabio had to get hit by a goose.
Yeah. Imagine that on your birthday and it smashed your front teeth in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be cool if it was, because there's a moment, as with most roller coasters, where the photo is taken. If the photo was taken as the goose just like spread your nose across. Oh, there you are.
A lady recently died on a roller coaster in America. A
Did she?
70-odd-year-old woman, and I would pay a lot to see the photograph.
She got shook about too much.
I think she
probably.
got shook up. Yeah, she
It
got
must
shook
ha-
up.
it must have. There must be all sorts of disclaimers on them. To the listeners, we're looking at the
The photograph.
I can see 20 people with their hands up. They do seem like they're kind of playing to the camera a little bit. There's 2 kids in front who just look like they're either nonplussed or having a terrible time.
Well, I guess it's like there's a lot of people in the photograph. I'm one of them. Grace is there. Phil Wang's there. You're not there, Roscoe.
No,
You're
I
on
was
a
on a
different
different
roller coaster.
roller
I've got
coaster.
footage of him on the roller coaster. I think it's
We
like
can edit that in, Lorenzo, if you can
Yeah, there's
edit
a
footage
photograph,
of me
yeah.
on a roller coaster.
But like the kids at the front are completely no selling it, and I think that's because they're from the kind of post TikTok generation.
Yeah.
They're getting shaken by world events and the,
I
and
mean,
their
it's also
phones,
because
I
it's
mean.
the world's oldest running roller coaster, and it wasn't that exciting.
No, but did you not think it was extremely thrilling for
Well,
something that was made in the 20s? Like, if you showed me a film from the 20s, like fucking that one where the train goes towards the screen and you go, ooh,
Yeah.
like I don't think I would go, ooh,
Yeah.
but I fucking went, ooh, when I went on this.
Is the fear, though, slightly that it's so old? You know, there's 2 sorts of fear on a roller coaster. There's the thrill of the ride itself, and then there's the fear that you may die. Because, you know, sometimes on like an Irish traveling theme park,
Yeah.
you glimpse inside the octopus
Yeah.
as it goes up and down, and you see just an old engine covered in grease.
Yeah.
And a different sort of thrill that comes in, which is, I hope it makes to the end of this alive.
Yeah.
The issue I had, the thing that took the thrill away on that roller coaster was just having the operator in the middle of the roller coaster standing up with a big brake.
Don't know if you can see that.
That
there.
really-
There's
On
a
the
guy.
car.
Yeah, the guy stands up.
No way.
And look how cool he is. He's just hitting it
Sort
with
of
the
Bruno
peace
Mars
sign.
looking
Yeah,
guy.
the Bruno
Yeah.
Mars
It's,
guy.
it's like every roller coaster I've ever been on, they're like, don't stand up, keep your hands inside, keep your seatbelt on. To have just a man standing there
Yeah.
controlling a lever, I
Vibing
was
out.
like, this seems fine.
Because I was wondering that, in a way, one of the most thrilling parts of the Hillsville Animal Sanctuary bird show was I was there on school holidays day, so there were loads of parents holding pretty fresh newborns.
Oh, wow.
And all it would take to ruin that show would be Australia's 3rd largest raptor just to pick up one of those.
Yeah.
And then there would have to be protocols in force for Greta's got a baby, you know, and is there a sort of a whistle you can toot, and the one that normally uses the stone to smash the ostrich egg intercepts the baby then? Yeah, I don't know.
You
Because
wouldn't
that's-
want
I
a
said that
raptor
to
to
you.
smash a fontanelle open with a stone, would you?
You don't want these
That's,
baby getting their fontanelles pierced by a sharp rock
That would be...
or a sharp beak.
Yeah.
But that's how, I was saying that to you when it happened, that's how, like, Aristotle died or something, wasn't it? Was that right? Or Galileo? One of these guys? One of the big guys, you know?
Head pierced by a raptor?
It was one of these old smart people for Greece. They had a bald head, and a bird came along and done that to his. He thought the bird thought the head was an egg and smashed it with a rock, and that's how Aristotle died or something.
I do remember you saying this, and at the time I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never
Look
heard
it up.
that.
Look it up.
But it's hard to look it up when there's no references that you don't have the name. You'd have to put in like smashed with a head in a rock. Your 2 people are Galileo and Aristotle, who are almost 3,000 years apart as well. So the search engine's gonna have to do a lot of work
It
there.
was a smart guy.
Some old
From-
Greek smart guy head smashed bird. Is that what I have to put in?
Trust me, something's going to come up.
So
You're going to like it when you see
Something will
it.
come up.
the reason we're here is because it's the 114th anniversary of what today?
What is it? The 140th anniversary of what?
So what would
What
it be
day is it?
in It's 40th anniversary of the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
What?
It's the 33rd anniversary of my birth. What was 114 years ago?
Titanic went down.
The Titanic went down.
And so did anyone, as it went down, have a thrilled face? You know what I mean?
Oh, who was like, ooh.
Yeah. I guess it didn't go down that quickly,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So there wouldn't have been time.
Like the kind of, is it Pompey, the man who's famed to be
Yeah, yeah.
masturbating? Well,
Yeah.
You seen that guy?
Which
Yeah,
isn't,
yeah.
which
I love-
isn't
I love
true.
that
I
guy.
don't think. I don't
If
think
you've
it's
never
true.
heard of it, it's a kind of like the lava from the exploding volcano swept through Pompeii, and there was a guy who must have seen the lava coming, and he went, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
I just
I'm
don't
ready
think
f-
that's the truth.
What?
I feel like he's just been caught in a position because that sort of heat would just like your tendons would just and you'd go ugh, you would just like that. Also, it's not even that's the thing that's there is not actually him. That is I believe like a plaster mold from inside the crust of him that was left.
Sure.
So you
What?
never even know.
But so you saying like a jockey, you know the way jockeys roll up in a ball when they go down?
Yeah, this is
It's a
contract.
symbol.
You don't
there.
think he was actually jacking off?
I don't
You think it's a
think.
false flag?
I think the way that the log was to Scotland for Nessie tourism, this jacking off
Right.
guy is their this jacking off guy is their secret log.
I think it was people say that happens sometimes when the plane goes down. Everybody just starts jacking off.
Yeah.
Who says that? The survivors? They're like,
heard it
my
said that.
God, that
Well,
went crazy up
You
there
all
for a few
have
minutes.
a truce not to bring it up again, but some people have whistled on it and said, "Yeah, we thought we were all going to die," and everybody just started jacking off and making out with each other.
That is, this has never happened.
Do you think it's ever happened on like just on an easy jet where they're like, there's a lot of traffic in Manchester, we're gonna have to go around. And the captain says, we all can promise not to tell anyone.
There was that woman who had too bad diarrhea and they had to turn the plane around. Remember that?
What?
Remember that woman?
Where was that?
It's like last year. Around about this time last year, a woman had too
Is
bad
that
diarrhea.
is that with the anniversary? Oh no, it was the Titanic. We got that.
Gerard Depardieu pissed from his seat on an Aer Lingus flight out of Dublin. Yeah, he's barred from all Aer Lingus flights ever because they were taxiing on the runway for like 45 minutes, and he was like, "Can I go to the toilet? It's just there." And the steward's like, "Nah, you gotta sit there." And he's like, "Well then,
Well then,
I am Asterix."
I come from a culture of protest.
I once ever took a pill on a flight to Australia to try and get to sleep.
Ecstasy?
There are other
Other
ones
pills.
available. It was like a Solpadol or something.
Oh.
It did. I was tired anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but I nodded off. But in my head I'd said it to someone that I was going to do it, and they'd gone, "You just need to make sure you don't shit yourself." Even though I don't think anything about Solpadols would do that.
Yeah.
But my memory was every time, because it was just in a standard seat, so every time I would nod off, I'm a big lad, and my head would like conk the back of the seat in front. My hand would just go straight down and be like, and then go back to sleep for another 15 minutes. Just
To have
Just
witnessed
making
this
sure.
from another perspective and to have that story about a man who continually woke up, checked his ass, and then went back to sleep.
Sounds like you're having wild nightmares. It was just a dream.
but keep having the same one again and again.
It's like the Twilight Zone where they get the things out in the wing. It's your feces instead of a goblin tearing at engines.
I took Oxycontin on
No
before a
way.
flight back from Canada. Terrible idea. I had no idea the effects of it. I'd had one when I was pretty drunk, and it ruined a day to Niagara Falls.
It's an opiate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. I was between two old ladies, and my body fell asleep, but my mind was so awake. And I stayed there for like 8 hours going, oh no. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got up at the end and walked off, and I was like, oh, I'll never
You
do that
walked
again.
off.
I walked it off.
My friend was in a bicycle accident, broke ribs, like punctured lung, and had to go on the OxyContin. In a hospital, they only give it to you for like week and a half or something because it's so addictive. And then went on the heavier painkillers. But he's a writer, and he said he didn't have a single idea for the 3 months that he was on, and like had the total fear that this had just killed off. He could do like respond to emails and stuff, but as regards thinking of anything creative, even like something you've written before, I just need to put another line there. He'd be like
that part his brain was turned off.
Yeah, the painkillers had done it. So
Jesus.
but then came back.
I turned it back on recently with a little bump. I had like 2 months, so I was like, I'm not coming up with anything. And then my friends came round after a night out, and one of them brought a bag of gack, and I had a couple.
Try to get advertisers on this podcast.
Well,
say cocaine gives you ideas.
It gave me ideas. I can't help it. I wasn't going for it. I had
All
a
right,
few
Stephen
bumps,
King.
and then I had
did
some
it-
ideas.
yeah.
It really opened me up the next day. And then, they weren't the best, but I started thinking again. I was like, well,
That is
well,
true.
That era of that Scorsese documentary that came out recently, they're all off their tits in that 70s up to New York period of
They were Quirky Boys.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Spielberg was doing it during.
was Spielberg
Jaws.
doing it? Was
He was. His jaw was fucking swinging.
That's
man.
why it's called Jaws.
I think so.
Well, it's interesting you mention this, Roscoe, because this announces this last 24 hours my entry possibly into the drug dealing world.
Right. Oh, that's right. You sent me a wee video last night.
So I'm staying in a serviced apartment, and there's only cups and saucers, and I was looking for a mug.
Yeah.
So I went up onto the high shelf. I wasn't tall enough to see up, so I just put my hand, and I felt like a Ziploc bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
the dream.
And thought it was just some gone off bay leaves or something like that.
Oregano.
There was definitely something in it, yeah. And then opened it and was hit with that dank irie of the strongest super skunk. That's such that I can still smell it in my nose.
Well,
now.
that's beautiful. That's like a gift for the universe, if not for you, but for a close friend. You know?
So yeah, except I don't like. The question is whether there's enough to become a dealer. There's about 10 balls of it.
Little nugs.
Yeah, nugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah,
looks
for
like
sure,
you could have
yeah.
a few.
Yeah.
What's the
good
street
times.
foul?
Roscoe's
Here
been
I
in
would
the
have
game
no
a long
idea.
time.
I have been out of the game for a very long time.
He used to punt pills in a
Yeah.
Gothic nightclub in Glasgow.
Oh wow!
It
Yeah.
was
That's
the
how he met his
gre-
wife.
It was the greatest of times. Yeah, she was wanting those pills for free, David. And she got them.
And now she's paid the ultimate price.
He called in the
comes
dad.
back around. You're getting a
They
deal.
never warn you about that with drug dealers. You might marry them.
That's what capitalism's all about, I believe.
You're financially burdened for the rest of your life.
I mean, God, how much was?
Because I've always like the classic Irish movie. If I was to think of a good sort of low budget Irish movie, it's say big brick of cocaine washes up on an island off the west coast.
What was that film called? It wasn't the Hardy Bucks. It was the Young Bucks. It was these two young guys in tracksuits with kind of interesting haircuts.
Oh, Young Offenders.
Young Offenders.
Yeah,
and
they're really good.
Yeah, that
and
type of
they
thing.
set out to, so that's your classic set. I'm like a lower rank version of that with just a bag of weed. But yeah, so I don't. It's a question of whether I
Who are
hit
you
the
gonna give it to?
streets. Well, I might just set up a little stall on the streets.
Yeah.
Like
Just
a lemonade stand.
sit on a stoop.
You could do it as merch after your show.
We've got hats, we've got dank nugs, we've got CDs, DVDs, hash pipes. We've got needles I've found. If you want to inject some DOD iodine into your veins.
You put iodine in your veins?
I don't know.
You're just riffing?
Just riffing,
yeah.
baby.
As far is it iodine's the yellow stuff? Yeah. Are you a football? You're a football man. You're a football player.
Yeah.
You got the legs of a footballer.
football,
I'll give it a go. I'm 50 years old, but I still believe it could happen.
I've seen pictures of you playing football recently.
Yeah. Been playing here a little bit. So in the 2003 era, it was quite a high quality game here with some kind of unlikely people who were very good. Noel Fielding was very good.
He's always have footballers' legs.
Yeah,
he had that bit in season 3 of Mighty Bush where he was talking about his little thick legs wouldn't fit in his skinny jeans anymore. He had these footballers' legs.
I think he had trials for Fulham.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Dave, who was Bollo,
the
monkey in the bush, was even better.
Yeah. He's a photographer now, isn't he?
He is a photographer now, yeah. And then, unlike Lee Mack,
wow,
very
really
good bowler, yeah. So there was a pretty high quality game then. It's a pretty high quality game now. Sometimes clowns come and play.
No, fair.
And clowns have infinite energy, but not that necessarily that much, acumen.
I would say that's true of their comedy as well.
There.
A lot of energy, not a lot of skill here.
Yeah. You're talking about clowns the way like analysts on the 90s on TV would talk about like African teams or something, very naive defending there from the best player. There's a woman called Emma Holland who I think played schoolgirl for Queensland.
Right.
So she
that's a high level.
Pops her foot on the ball, has a little look, makes the right move every single time.
Right. Yeah. Technical player.
Yeah.
The kind of Modric style.
I would absolutely. I believe even with one knee made out of dry spaghetti that I would demolish 99% of comedians in football.
Roscoe's got cupboard spaghetti legs. His knee exploded a few years ago while playing comedian football.
My heart is gubbed. My knee is gubbed. The other one sometimes goes round the wrong way as well. But I
I'm
still
sorry.
feel like
I've had a sore knee since I've been here, and my friend Max, who I do the Yesterday podcast
oh my God,
with,
Max Rushden.
So Max said his friend was, let me get this right, physical therapist to the Australian Olympic Taekwondo team.
sounds like a decent level of physical therapist.
Yeah.
But this guy was amazing. So I went to say his name is Dave, and he's like, yeah. And you get the sense he's cracking wise, but he's just looking at you in ways that, like, horny Italian men in the 50s would eye up a woman who had come into town. And then he's like, just walk over there, and then just bend over there, sit down in that chair, get up from the chair. And then he has evaluated 36 areas of you that need to be improved. Now, the problem is he's used to dealing with Olympic Taekwondo athletes.
Yeah.
So he's given me this list of exercises.
Which makes you good on the ground, really, in like various positions.
Roscoe, like, if I were to do all these exercises, and I've told him that I am doing them all, I would barely have time to eat meals during the day. So his main concern, and it's not coming across if you're watching the visual version of this podcast, he says my spine is an S. And that's not a good
scoliosis type shit.
Yeah,
S tier, not the best in spine tier.
Yeah,
you don't want, in Tetris terms and spines, you don't want this sort of Nazi SS. And I think that's what I have. As you want the
4.
You want the 4.
Yeah.
So I have so many exercises to straighten that out.
Yeah.
Which I am doing now. And he also had quite a holistic vibe to the whole thing. That if I can straighten out head office, the rest of the organization, the snake rots from the head down. Was it the fish? The fish, not the snake.
But it's crazy how you realize that your whole one thing can throw off your whole body, and you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, right, oh no, that was fucking everything up."
Yeah.
I mean, my whole because when my knee went and it healed wrong, so I didn't know it was broken. It's then giving me hip problems.
Yeah,
and
shit,
I'm just like, because I'm walking like Charlie Chaplin. I'm like,
You got that
One
Matt
thing
Hardy
goes-
shuffle.
I got
you
that
know?
Matt Hardy shuffle.
Spent 20 years of his life doing the leg drop off the top rope, and now he walks like you.
Yeah, I'm like kind of skateboard pushing off when I walk.
So, did you do the cruciate?
They said it half tore and then the other half tore the bone apart.
Oh,
Or
wow.
something, and then this was like at the end of it, and they're like, oh, "Did you know it was broke?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, well, it was." And I'm like, "What do we do?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
Oh,
But
shit.
it's healed now. It's healed now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, thank you." And that
Right.
was that.
It's like
But
my,
it's fine,
it's like
it's
my
good enough.
teacher in 4th year, Mr. McBride. His elbow burst and it came back stronger.
No, don't. No, that never happened.
Roscoe doesn't believe Mr. McBride's story.
He's told me about his teacher.
elbow
Apparently, he
exploded.
broke his elbow and it grew back stronger, so he was able
Grew
to
back
use
bigger,
it.
and he went, "Kids, that's how you know when your bone grows back, it gets bigger because look at this elbow and look at this elbow."
That's not true.
Well,
People's bones don't grow back bigger when they break them.
Yeah,
I bet that knee's bigger than that knee.
I had an extraordinary number of injuries when I was little because I used to try too hard, mostly at sports of different kind, and so nose 3 times, this arm twice, collarbone, this arm once.
Changs.
Yeah, just loads of fingers. Luckily, nothing on a joint. I don't think so. I don't seem to click.
My worst
That's
childhood injury was this one here. Like my pinky is like humpbacked
Oh yeah.
because I stuck it in an escalator. Like, do you know,
To
at
stop the
of an
door
esca-
shutting.
No, like an escalator.
Oh, escalator.
Like, do you know what you talking about, Roscoe?
wow.
Do you know you get
Lucky stuck your pinky in an escalator.
you get the rubber banister that goes down, and then there's that kind of
Roger Bannister. He broke the 4-minute mile.
rubber banister, the sprinter, and it goes down, and then there's that bit at the bottom of an escalator where the banister goes.
Yeah.
with the pubes.
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
hairy
yeah.
pube bit.
Yeah.
I put my hands into the pubes of the escalator, and it got caught in the gears.
Do you think it was going to feel like fingering? So
Is that what you were doing?
That,
Is
I was
that what you
trying
were
to make the
doing?
escalator come.
that's like, yeah, that's like a rumor that goes out at school. Someone put their Mickey down there. That's actually it's better than.
It's better than a human pussy.
Yeah,
This man went absolutely still like a dog.
Next of all, they're dragged in by the Mickey. Oh God, that would be awful because you would then have to
Yeah.
wait for them to resurface at the top again,
Oh yeah.
and then
All fucked up
it
and
would
crinkly.
be a real sort of Hanna-Barbera job to kind of reinflate. You know, the steamroller having gone over Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Although there isn't a Roadrunner where Wile E. Coyote tries to fuck an escalator.
Maybe there could be. Yeah, let's pitch it, guys.
I
Let's
saw a
get this
real-
off the ground.
I saw a real video of like a roadrunner chasing one of them running across the side of the road, but then you never know. Is it
Could it be
AI?
Yeah,
Could it be
that's what it's
AI?
like, yeah.
But it seems I was like, whoa, that's a thing chasing that bird, and then the thing fell and the bird ran off, and I was like, well,
With
that's
the big
plausible.
box that said Acme Land on it.
And the bird
It's a sign
then-
it wasn't real.
the bird painted a tunnel and ran down through the tunnel.
Like, is this AI? Is this AI?
Tunnel paintings exist.
We need regulation from the top down on this shit because we just don't know. This podcast is sponsored by Bundaberg.
Yeah, delicious.
yeah, that's
Um,
it. Yes.
I
Thank
think
you.
a notoriously calorific drink. I think it's really high. And certainly they're famous for Bundaberg ginger beer. And that is one of the most calorific soft drinks
Is
in the
it?
world, but it is delicious.
I thought it would be healthy because it had ginger in
It
it.
doesn't taste incredibly natural, you know.
It doesn't. No.
No.
It tastes to me. There's a shop. I mean, I act as if I drink this here because I'm like, well, when in Rome, but there's a shop that sells imported drinks across the road from my flat,
Ooh.
and I get about 5 of these a week probably.
Oh, so these.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got some imported. You were drinking
you?
Rubicon while you were here. You were drinking $36 bottles of Rubicon.
I had an Iron Brew the day. I don't know if you can see it over there. I did have an Iron Brew.
Where'd you
This
get
was
that from? Woolies, Coles.
Coles.
Yeah,
How much?
they got that in the Coles.
$2.79, which is like
Yeah.
pretty expensive for when they're supposed to be like 69 pence.
The one I know, Scottish people do go on about Iron Brew,
Uh-huh.
but the one thing you can be thankful for is there isn't like, my God, I know this is gonna seem like just too much to a lot of listeners, but fucking Guinness chat.
Oh,
If you're
yeah,
Irish,
sure. It's
like a
pathetic.
lot of people without personalities
Yeah.
have decided that they will just talk about where the best Guinness is and
Yeah.
the worst Guinness is.
Yeah.
You had a good Guinness there. That'd be one of my top 15 worst and it's just like, can we talk about something else?
Yeah, no
I-
one's trying to split the bee on an iron brew can, you know.
I was trying to split the. What was I splitting yesterday?
Whatever.
And
it
I was
is.
trying to split the S on a Sapporo in a Japanese.
That is not the vibe of Sapporo at all.
It
is-
frosted glass. I mean, it's embarrassing because it's all from the mythology of it. All comes from ways to sell more Guinness.
Yeah, where does it's like name a product that could, like, cornflakes should just have a split the sea, like pour yourself a massive
Your
bowl
first
of
bowl's got to be huge. You're not cool if
Yeah.
you're not having a big, massive bowl
Right,
first.
with a bottle of Ribena, you gotta split the R first time. And it's just like trying to put that syrup down there.
It's like, oh, if it doesn't come right, you need to make them pour it out and pour you another one. It's like, oh,
Didn't they just have a Netflix thing, but it was like the Peaky Blinders
House
of Guinness?
Guinness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And it's such a
insane.
fucked up legacy because, not to get too into the sectarianism of Scotland and Irishness, but it was a Protestant company who refused to hire Catholics
Yeah.
for like 200 years or some shit like that. I mean, I don't understand. It's just gross, isn't it?
Well, is there another country on earth that is synonymous with a single product, such that when Barack Obama or the Queen or fucking whoever comes to it, they have that product? You know, like I'm talking about, I don't mean like a tart, given a tartan rug or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean a specific privately owned
yeah.
thing. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not like everyone in Scotland eating Tunnock's tea cakes or something. You know, there just isn't. I don't think there's anywhere that is. Yeah,
It's
I
this
don't know.
monocultural thing. I think it's a shame.
I mean, I drink it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, I love
this
drinking
is why
Guinness,
I
that's
can't.
it. Yeah,
it would be gauche to
Yeah.
complain about it.
I can't really moan about people being too into iron brew because I do drink it
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much constantly. There's one over
Yeah.
there next
not
to where my
really.
wet girlfriend
I've
was.
I've only had a few Guinness in my life.
Have you?
Yeah, but I just I like what I like, and I like piss lager. I like
Yeah.
the worse the better for me.
Really, yeah.
Tennant's, Foster's. Oh my God! When I see piss lager, I see this is my place.
Yeah, the
Because you don't love yourself.
No, I do. I love myself too much. I have to bring myself down. I have to keep expectations
I
low.
drink Tsingtao and Asahi because spiritually I'm Chinese.
I went to university in Dublin, and they know that people generally don't love Guinness their first few pints. I don't think they're legally allowed to do this anymore, but in that era they flooded the university with Guinness. If you had any sort of reception,
Free Guinness for a bit.
so we set up a variety of student societies just to have an opening night launch.
That's good. That's good work.
What were your societies?
We set up the 50s Original Appreciation Division,
What was
which
that?
it was just so that in the list it appeared as FOAD, fuck off and die. And so we all quiffed. We all just quiffed up our hair
Sign me
and
up.
wore like brothel creepers and dressed as teddy boys.
Wow.
That was to get kegs. And then the funnier one is we set up a breakdance society, and this is like in 1995 when breakdancing had never come back at all. It was just a funny legacy part. Like now it's in every wash and powder ad or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, so we dressed as breakdancers for it so we could send photos to get us afterwards to thank them for the kegs.
This is what you want your brand associated with.
But what's funny about the pictures is it wasn't like now the breakdance look, which would be like a hoodie and loose tracksuit bottoms. It was that sort of weird, slightly campy Furious 5 era where it was like boxer boots, big ski pants and like a gold waistcoat with nothing under it.
Yeah.
You know, like just
Yes.
a really sort of like it came out of kind of
Yeah.
super freak
Yeah.
kind of 80s
aye.
culture.
The Parliament Funkadelic and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
totally.
Rick
So,
James.
so like someone with just no top on and Budweiser braces and tracksuit bottoms.
Which quite gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Came out the same bit.
came out of the whole.
Yeah.
Well, like that weird era in culture where it was, you know, with graffiti as
Yeah.
well and breakdance and
Like when
hip-hop
D.D.
and-
Ramone left the Ramones and they became a rapper for a wee bit, and people were like, "Yeah, it's fine."
yeah.
You-
Or even those weird 80s albums where like Wham just have a rap song and Blondie have a rap song on there, and everyone's just like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
they're
It's
in New
just-
York. You're allowed. That's what they're
Yeah.
doing there.
You wouldn't get that anymore. You know, you wouldn't get people dressing up so elaborately just to get kegs anymore. You know, it's all AI pictures of people. You know, there's no beauty behind it.
Yeah.
And you were
all
purely
AI
dressing up just to
generated.
get kicked. It's AI
Birds being
generated
chased.
brothel creeper gangs and universities try to get free kegs, and they know they're not going to get their kegs anymore.
Sure.
The first time I was here, there's a Australian Arts Council sponsored tour around Australia afterwards.
Oh, the roadshow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go to proper mining towns. And we went to Kalgoorlie, which I think it's the biggest hole in the world. Is actually which doesn't work.
Stirling.
No disrespect to Sterling, we had a great show there.
But it's a very dude centric town because everyone's in fly out,
Sure.
fly in, fly
It's like
out.
an oil rig, but on
Yeah.
dry land.
Land rig.
Yeah.
And I was there with Maria Bamford, and I think Stuart Lee
Wow.
and someone else.
It's pretty confrontational, like alternative comedy for
Yeah.
for a mining town.
And what was amazing was on that leg of the tour, those shows were great.
Yeah.
And everyone loved those shows.
Yeah.
And I just always thought of them going, oh, let's go and see the next comedy show. And it was like, this is not like a man talking about the death of Princess Diana
Yeah.
for 15 minutes.
With
You know,
Elf doll.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah. So we're in the pub before the gig and got a round of drinks at whatever 4:45, and then at 5, the bar staff who were female all took their tops off, and the first we knew was when Maria went up to get a drink. And there was no one else in the pub, and it was called Skimpy Thursdays or something.
Right.
And it was just so unnecessary
Yeah.
and kind of odd and disturbing.
Yeah. I feel at a certain point in one of those towns, I feel like you don't. Sex doesn't need to sell as hard as it usually does because
Yeah.
it
You
feels
could
like there's
just
not a
wink at
lot of
people,
options.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, they would be coming in anyway to the pub.
Yeah, yeah. It reminds me of, I remember once Johnny Vegas talking about one of his locals where they tried a topless thing. And it was just the landlady that he'd known for years. So he was trying not to make eye contact, but she was going fully through with it. And she said, do you want tit in? And he was like, what? And she goes, extra 10p tit in. And he just out of politeness was like, okay. And she just dunked one of her boobs into the top of the pint and slid it over to him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think we should
Speaking of
let you get on with the rest of your day. Thank you so much, and thanks for having me on your podcast.
Oh, sure.
With the wonderful Max Rushden.
It's you had a really bleak day.
Yeah.
That is the barometer, because a lot of people come on our podcast and they're like, I didn't really do much yesterday. I'm not sure I could do tomorrow. And I'll be like, listen to this one. This guy
Listen to this
makes
sad guy.
a silk purse from a sow's ear.
It was really. I have quite a grim life, but this was like a down. This was like a day off. This is a burnout day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I guess I'm doing it tomorrow. Okay, I loved it. That was
It's
great.
good.
I loved it.
It was
Yeah.
perfect.
And I fell in love with Max Rushden, who
Yeah.
I'm not a jock like you, so I don't know his work, but he was an
You were
absolute
like, oh,
jet.
it's interesting for you. Like, oh, this is a completely new type of like person to experience.
Yeah, it was
great,
awesome.
yeah.
Just just the funny thing happened with Max the other day, which was Waleed Ali is this really interesting Aussie, like academic, high-level intellectual who can also host morning television. Like they'll get him on if to talk about Middle Eastern stuff or talk about global politics.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
He
was on that topical show where there's 5 of them.
The Project with Max.
Yeah.
So that's how we know him. And so Max hosts the Guardian football podcast. And like I was like, Waleed would be so good on our podcast. Just be really interesting. And Max sends him a text, Waleed, out of the blue, would you come on my podcast? And Waleed, who's a massive Liverpool fan, is like, oh my God. It would be like, to be honest, with Jonathan Wilson and the leading thinkers on the game. And Max leaves it a while and it's like, yep, the other one.
Yeah, but thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, man.
Hey.
We're going to sing the song. You can join in if you want.
Yeah.
Shooting rope, shooting rope, shooting rope. Bing, digga, 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 ding, bing.
Yeah, don't finish with this song.
No.
He's tone deaf.
I've got the chops. Thanks, man.
Shooting rope, shooting rope.